Well, hello there. It is me, Viola, and it is my pleasure to be here. So, yesterday, Yafi and her husband had a sighting. The sighting was of an object that was either white or metallic to their eyes that was making circles and spiraling upward, big spirals. It was very far from them, spiraling upwards until it was out of sight. Yafi's mind could not make a determination whether this was an unusual white bird, unusual in terms of its behavior, or this was an actual sighting. Let us now solve the mystery and say, yes, this was a sighting. So here we're bringing to you again a personal experience with the context of contact. We are constantly building on experience of what is contact. What does it mean? What does it include or doesn't include? And one of the things that you will notice in your lives again is, should we reveal that two more of you had contact experiences this past week. However, just as we were about to mention, there is a subtle aspect to these experiences, meaning we leave the window open for you to decide, was this a normal, typical experience, or was this something beyond, above, para? And we will say that Yafi actually herself had two other experiences this week, but they did not cross her threshold of awareness. She did not register those experiences as full-blown contact, while the experience yesterday with the unusual navigating bird was indeed bizarre enough and shared by both her and her husband for long enough to bring some thoughts and questions in terms of, is it beyond ordinary reality? And even so, she did not bring it up to you or think about sharing it. And think about, we're putting in quotation because once again, we will leave for her to discern and determine why it did not come up for sharing before we spilled the beans. With this, we will allow you to take a nice deep breath in. Exhale slowly.
Greetings, Viola.
Greetings.
So, if we were tuned to high enough frequency, would we see paranormal at almost pretty much every moment?
Yes, the paranormal would become normal, and it is becoming normal. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when-ish, and more accurately, it's a matter of to what extent, when. So there's some of it that is already unraveling to you. But what is interesting is that every time there is a major shift happening in your reality, your whole beingness shift with the reality, which means that even your memories and expectations of reality shift. What does that mean? That means that instances that happen in your life today that you consider a part of beautiful, magical reality, but beautiful, normal, magical reality, if it were to happen to you 10 years ago, it wouldn't have, but if it were to happen to you 10 years ago, and even more so 20 years ago, you would consider this sheer magic, unbelievable. And the reason it wouldn't even happen so is because it wouldn't happen. You would not be able to perceive it. You would not be able to participate in a reality that it's a part of your reality. So it is constantly changing what you're able to perceive and what you're able to be a part of, not only perceive, but again, engage in, participate in. As it changes, your expectations of what's normal and not normal changes with it. Does this make sense?
It does.
So
And
right
so,
now you're
yeah, I'm sorry.
thinking, if my frequency was higher, oh, I would be able to see spaceships coming and going and beings walking around. And we will say that when it's there, you would not see it as fantastical as you do right now, because it will be a part of your reality.
Yeah, that's interesting. If paranormal beings are communicating to us through all things, and it's like even this moment, this blade of grass, this bird, all like, where is the boundary where it's like we consider alien phenomenon? Where is the boundary where you say, oh, that was a sighting?
Yes, it is all the same. When is it alien? When you call it alien.
Okay.
And I've noticed quite a bit of dragonflies that have been fluttering around. Can you explain how this is part of that? Animals, totems, other things.
Yes, we love talking about animals, as there are always new angles to address the concept of animals' consciousness, and the communications with humans and other entities through animals. So animals have their own personalities, not only individually, but as, if you take all cats, tigers, right? They have specific agility. There are specific characteristics that would be different than, let's say, wolves and dogs, right? Or if you take snakes or you take frogs, they have certain, even though there are different kinds of frogs and even individual frogs are different, there is a frog behavior, frog personality, amphibian tendencies, etc., etc. So that is one part of the animal's personality. And as you think about it, as you connect to certain essences, you also connect to certain aspects of animal, just like essence can include an element. So one person may relate more to water or needs the influence of water more, or however they perceive their relationship with water. It is the same with totems, it is the same with animals. So you may have a deep, deep relationship with a very specific animal. And it will be something about the animal that is significant. And the essence of the particular animal is significant, just like the essence of you is significant. It is a relationship, it goes together. So this is one aspect of it. Now, similarly to that, just like you can have an attraction to a specific animal, which you may call then your animal totem, this is also true that other beings, other entities have certain tendencies, certain frequencies, certain inclinations, and those can include a relationship with certain essences. You gave the example of dragonflies. We have actually spoken about dragonflies before, and dragonflies are one of those animals. We will say that insects, there are a lot of insects, but not only with this trait. So dragonflies are one of those animals that beings from what you would call another planet can inhibit and integrate their consciousness with, and you may say, enjoy the beautiful planet Earth that you have in that way, and even interact with humans in that way. We mean by integrating with dragonfly consciousness of specific dragonfly individuals. And by that, they can also communicate with you. So you may notice a dragonfly that seems completely unafraid of you. You may notice a dragonfly that comes really, really close to you and hovers around you as if it is communicating with you. Let us disclose that they are indeed communicating with you. As, again, they have that ability. They are one of those animals that are not only easily integrated with, but it is an ongoing relationship. So is often integrated with a specific type of intelligent people, you may say, that are not Earth humans, but do enjoy the Earth through the integration with the dragonflies.